Hi everybody, this is Pertaining to Rose and Pinjol Beans. What you
Hi
doing
guys.
today?
Well, today I'm gonna whip up some chili, and I don't have as many kidney beans as I'd like to because I'm gonna make a great big pot. So I'm gonna do a concoction chili, which I like concoctions.
Me too.
So I found some other kinds of beans, like chili beans and pinto beans.
We got a bunch of them. We're trying to clean out the pantry
So
and make room.
I'm gonna throw them all in together. And I'm going to make me a great big pot of chili. And we're going to can it and put it in the cupboard. And I know that everybody's saying it's not necessary because we're going to have prosperity for the next 4 years. But what happens year 5?
And what are you using for the meat there?
Well, we're using sausage from Blueberry, which was our pig.
Yeah, we named our pig Blueberry if you didn't know.
And then we also had a pound of ground beef. So we put it all in here.
And that ground beef actually came from a cow that Joel and Kathy,
Yes.
our friend Kathy, had raised together.
Oh, yeah. Yes, we did. And as a matter of fact, we got him when he was only a couple days old. And I fed him with a baby bottle. I would get up every morning and drive to the farm. Kathy back then wasn't very much a morning person. So I would get up in the morning and drive to the farm and feed him his bottle. I'd make sure he had his bottle by about 6 o'clock in the morning. So that was our time. And I'd teach him how to eat food. I was teaching him how to eat grain while I was giving him his bottle. And back then she had goats too, and she had one called Juliet that I had bottle raised because the mother rejected it. The mother had twins, loved the other baby, rejected Juliet altogether. So everybody told me that they thought that maybe there was something wrong with Juliet. But I raised her with a bottle, and she was wonderful. She followed me everywhere. She would jump in and out of my car.
She took trips. She wore clothes.
I took her down to New Jersey. If she thought I was headed for my truck, she was in it before me. She would jump up in my window to get in my truck so that she could go wherever I was going. Because Mommy wasn't letting her behind.
Show them your nifty little tool that you're using there.
Oh, I don't know how I lived without it. Right. This is so awesome. I'm like, I seen it and I thought, and I've seen them many times, but then I seen it on YouTube and I saw somebody using it and I was like, well, now that's pretty cool. I need to try one of them. And I thought, oh, it's just another gadget I won't ever use. I've used it many times since I haven't had it that long, and I've used it many, many times.
Okay, so we had 3 packages of sausage, 1 package of burger, all from our own animals, and then we put 4 onions chopped up in there. And it's a mixed chop. Some of it's a little fine, some of it's a little big. We like a little texture.
Yeah. Yeah, and onions are great. I love onions and everything. And then we're going to throw in some minced garlic. Please don't ask me how much. I don't know. I just go like this. And I go, oh yeah, that's plenty.
Yep.
And then I grab some onion powder. And Rosie put little scoopers in it for me now. I think that was her way of taming me down. Not positive. She didn't say that, but I think that's maybe what the cause was for putting the little spoon in. Because I have a tendency to just say, how about this much? And dumping it in. And we're going to throw some ground turmeric in it because I put turmeric in everything.
Yes, we love our turmeric.
Because as long as you ain't using tons of it, you don't even know it's in there. But your body knows it.
Yeah, but the turmeric, you want that in chili because it gives that great coloring and that great flavor to it.
Yeah. So we're just going to...
And we have mixed garlic in the fridge if you want that too.
Oh, yes, I could use some of that too.
It's down on the far left, on the
I
bottom.
see it. That's what happens when senility starts in. You can't see what's right in front of your face.
We want to start doing more of these videos. We've been so busy. It has been hard. This week has been a very, very busy week. Oh, yeah. That's a heaping tablespoon.
Oh, yeah. I do 2 heaping tablespoons, plus I had done the dry. The thing about it is everybody's like, oh, that's too much garlic. But when you taste it, you don't even taste the garlic.
Yeah.
So it's not too much garlic. Because garlic is a way to help yourself stay healthier. So it's not... I don't think it's too much garlic anyhow. And actually, as lean as this meat is...
Yeah, this meat has been so lean, hardly any grease at all out of it.
So we won't even have to drain it, because it'll make awesome flavoring for the chili.
Absolutely.
This thing is a lifesaver.
It does. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing large pots like this. That's a large stock pot. It has the 3 layered steel on the bottom. You can actually use these stock pots to actually cannon, but you need to put some kind of rack in the bottom of them or put a towel in the bottom. And towels soak up a lot of the water when it's boiling, just to keep that in mind. But you can use them. You can use a regular pan too, as long as you have a decent thickness of towel underneath there.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't scorch the bottom of your jars.
See, I just would prefer to use these great big stock pots for whatever I'm cooking up to can, because I like the triple bottoms because it doesn't burn everything. Things don't scorch as easily.
Well, when I moved in, and we're cousins if you didn't know.
Yeah.
When I moved in, she already had a canning pot.
Yes.
But when I went down to get the rest of the stuff out of my old place, I got all my canning stuff and brought it up too. So now we can get 2 canning pots going at once.
Which is absolutely fabulous. It makes the job of canning the stuff so much easier. Yeah. Than having to... because once you stop, I don't know about most people, but me, once I stop, then I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. You know, so if you can do like 2 big pans at one time, and especially when you're having to can it for 90 minutes.
Right.
It's not as, it's much easier than having to do 1 pan at a time and do it 4 times.
Right.
I mean, you're talking, what, 6 hours? Yeah. That's a
Makes
long
for a long
time.
day. Yes, it does.
You know,
how many canning pots do you use when you can? Leave a comment in down below and let me know.
Yeah, because if we had a bigger stove, I would go get another one.
We don't have a very big stove, and it's messy down there because we were cooking on it.
Yeah, we have definitely, this stove has gotten a workout. I can't complain about the stove. It has definitely... We've given it a workout. We've made sure that it's really earned it's earned its keep this week. These last couple weeks.
Oh, that looks so good.
You know, see what else we have
You're
up
looking
here.
for the cumin?
Yeah.
Should be a little bit on the left there somewhere.
Chili lime. Chili powder. Okay.
Her husband.
I'm not crazy about chili powder, but I'm going to add a tiny bit.
She doesn't normally do that. That's
I don't.
Yeah, when I make chili, I like to use the chili powder. She's like, no, can't do it. So, but she does it the way she does it. It tastes really, really wonderful.
Yeah, I make sure it's very flavorful. It just doesn't have any bite to it. There's no bite.
Yeah,
Due
we
to
don't
stomach
want stuff
issues.
that's hot.
Yeah, my stomach has never been friendly with spice. Ground cumin.
Ground cumin. And again, she's just
Yeah,
pouring it in.
I'm sorry. I'm not, I've never ever been able to measure things. It's funny, I've been looking at new recipes lately.
Uh-huh.
And it's telling me how much of this and that. And the next thing I know, I'm halfway through the recipe and I'm already just dumping, and I'm like, well, I know what goes in it.
Right.
Because my mother never ever used recipes.
Yeah.
So she used to tell me what basically went into something, and I would know then I would do it to my taste.
Right.
And we cooked a lot of the same stuff, but nothing we ever cooked tasted the same. Like, she had her own flair to hers, and I had my own flair to mine.
Right.
That's not to say either one of them was better, but we just had our own flair to things. So,
Mom didn't use a lot of salt and pepper, but Dad did. So depending on who you were cooking, because pepper brings out the flavor in gravies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Eggs. But salt.
Tomato sandwiches.
Oh yeah, tomato sandwiches has to have pepper. We're not big black pepper eaters.
Yeah, I don't eat black pepper
Yep.
except tomato sandwiches and egg sandwiches sometimes.
Right. Then you gotta have that.
Yeah. That's the absolute truth. Okay.
Did you want to put some seasoned salt in there?
I didn't do that.
No, not that I saw. You're supposed to be telling us what you're doing.
And then I put seasoned salt in.
No measurement needed.
Well,
If you ask me for the recipe, you're gonna have to kind of go off of what the video shows, because we wouldn't have an exact recipe.
I don't have an exact recipe of anything. I can tell you basically what's in it. I can tell you what you put more of than other stuff. The bean to meat ratio and stuff like that. I like a lot of meat in it. My family likes a lot of meat. Rose not as much as my husband, but Rose is not as much a meat eater. She's trying to wean me off of red meat. Notice I said trying.
When I moved up here, they ate steak 4 times a week. Then they would have hamburgers and a roast. We might have chicken or fish once a week. That was it. Mm-hmm. I was like, where's the pork? Where's the chicken? Where's the fish? Where's the, we need more of a variety than steak.
And I was like, what do you mean? There's other meats?
Yeah.
I'm not understanding what you're saying to me. See, and being able to chop this up, this is such a heaven thing. It's so much easier, and it chops everything. And I thought, well, no, that wouldn't work very well. But now I have one, and I see that it works very well.
It's already starting to look really, really good.
Now I'm like, ooh. Okay, here, let me step away a minute and put my hair up.
Yum, yum, yum. Oh, that looks so good. See, the pan is so tall, I can barely get up in here and look.
That's to keep you from snagging bites.
Yep. I'm trying. And it's just the way the light's hitting it. It's looking green, but it's not. Let me move it under the light more so you can see it's not. It's just the way the light is showing on there that's giving it a green tint with the pan. See it?
Oh, I see that.
Yeah. But that's why I was showing them. Once you move it over here, you can see it's
I'm
not
like,
green.
What in the world is that? Yeah. Okay.
It's just the way the light is reflecting off of the pan.
And I did wash my hands after I was playing with my hair, just in case anybody didn't see that. I had to put my hair up, though, because I get very conscientious about it being down when I'm cooking. And I actually had forgotten it was down until I realized the clip was getting ready to fall out. Okay.
Do I need to move to the other side?
No, not yet. We're gonna... Oh. We gotta let this meat finish cooking before we start adding stuff.
Okay, that sounds good. Okay.
Oh my gosh. That smells wonderful.
I know it.
Oh.
Making me hungry.
Okay. The first thing I'm gonna add is a jar of ragu.
Yes, we're just using the store, and we saved these jars. Do you need the gripper?
Yes.
Love these grippers.
Sissy girl.
These grippers saved my life. Here, do you want to... I was going to say, you want me to do it?
No.
We save these jars, and we reuse them. They are great when you're doing broths and stocks. And we do have small funnels that we have for jars that has small openings. Yeah, let me put that.
Okay, next we're gonna add whole tomatoes. I like lots and lots of different textures in my...
Yeah, we just cleaned out the pantry shelves, and she's going to add as we go and see what we're actually going to use. It's kind of hard to do this. Got my hand in there and trying to hold the phone at the same time. These are the whole tomatoes. Oh, they look so good. Of course you're wearing blue.
Oh, of course I am, and of course I'm going to wear most of this.
Yep.
I totally believe that I need to invest in... Ooh, diced tomatoes next. I totally believe I need to invest in an apron.
Yeah.
Because
aprons.
I'm looking at the videos and I'm seeing that all my clothes are getting ruined. Because, well, I'm sloppy. I'll admit it. And when I'm cooking, I don't care. I'm busy. I'm in my zone.
Yep.
And the zone I'm in is cooking, and I need a ladle of some kind. That'll work. Oh, yeah, see? Yeah, it's got to have hunks of tomato, too.
Yes. Different textures and different flavors. It really makes the chili.
Yeah. And that's why we have sausage and hamburger.
Yes.
And, oh, I didn't think of it soon enough, or we would have fried up some bacon and thrown it in.
That would have been good.
I have a tendency to just kind of willy-nilly throw things in, because that's what I like. And we are using no salt diced tomatoes, because as we get older, salt is less and less our friend. Alrighty. I'm going to do one more can of tomato, and then I'm going to start adding some beans.
And we have those jars of sauce over there. No, the ones on that right there.
Oh, okay.
Just like I said, we grabbed the whole mix match. We're cleaning out
Tomato paste.
any cans you have in there that's been in there for a while. This is a good thing to use them up and get them out of your pantry. Once cans have been in there, like these kind of cans, once they've been in there 3 years, they start tasting like tin, and I don't like that. So, this year we'll probably do our own tomato sauce and get away from this.
Yeah.
But these were all stuff that we got on sale. And we go to a grocery outlet that's a discount store, and you can buy this stuff up by cases.
Yeah.
And when you buy it up and it's like 39 cents a can, you know, nowadays every little bit helps.
And then my husband's like, why would you buy a case? There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Because that way I don't have to go out and buy. I don't have to spend $3 on a can of vegetables. I have a real issue with paying that kind of money.
Right. But this year with the garden, we're going to have a ton. Oh, every now and then I get a can like that. I'm not saying anything.
I wasn't swearing. How'd you like that?
Yeah, no swearing on pertaining to Rose. Not happening.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I'm like super, super, super mad.
That was my New Year's resolution. Not to quit swearing. That would be,
To cut back.
but to cut back.
Right.
To temper my mouth. It's like a sailor and a trucker had a baby.
Yep.
And that's me. So I am trying to change that. Oh.
Hold this 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So let's try these chili beans.
Let's get this under the light where you can see it better. Ooh. Yeah, we love those discount grocery stores where you can get stuff so cheap. Let me tell you, we went to one that is down by Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, called
By
Sharp
Williamsport.
Shopper. Yeah.
Oh.
No, the one down by...
Middletown.
Yeah, in Middletown, Pennsylvania. And when we went in there, they had this pulled pork. Just a little tiny thing of pulled pork in a vacuum sealed bag.
And we were like,
Yeah, that was 99 cents. But I thought we were so hungry and so tired from the whole day, we just wanted to get back. So we brought it back, and I heat up and added barbecue to it, and we just made a little meal out of whatever. I am telling you, that one little tiny pack, that was only about 2.5 inches long and about 2 inches wide.
yeah.
Wound up feeding 3 of us and gave us leftovers of the pulled pork.
Yeah.
So we went back to get more of those packages because we were like, oh, we'll take them home and freeze them. They were sold out.
Yeah.
They were completely sold out.
And they were so good.
Oh my goodness.
I was so stunned. I was like, that's the stuff we bought for 99 cents?
Yep, 99 cents.
I was
and
like,
it fed 3 of us and
yeah,
there was leftovers.
Yeah, it was the 2 of us and
My sister.
Yeah, Rose's sister. And I got to say that none of us had any we were all very thrilled with it. Normally somebody will be like, that's all right. No, we all agreed 100%. that it was wonderful.
They laughed at me when I told them I wanted an electric can opener. My hands cannot use those little turn-by-hand mechanical ones. My hands can't do that anymore. Getting older, very ill.
Yeah.
You really feel the difference. And this one opens on the side. And so there's no, it does
Sharp
not,
edges.
yeah, no sharp edges. You don't get little metal flakes in your food or anything. And her husband bought me one. And my goodness, we use that thing all the time.
He was so funny. He's like, I don't know what to get Rose for Christmas. He said, and I said, get her an electric can opener. And he goes,
Why?
be real, Joel. You don't like it when I do that to you. We're married, and no, you're not getting me a can opener.
No.
If
He
the
likes
house
to buy her
needs-
vacuum cleaners.
If the house needs something like that, you go out and you buy it. You don't buy it for me.
You don't
You
buy
know,
it as a gift.
Yeah, that's not the way it works, buddy. We're married.
Have your husband or your spouse ever bought you a kitchen appliance or a vacuum cleaner? If so, for your birthday or a holiday, if so, leave it in the comments. We want to know.
Yeah, because I can't be the only one. I can't. Please tell me I'm not the only one whose husband has done that. And he's like, but you said you wanted one.
Not for my birthday, not for Christmas.
I don't buy you appliances for the house. He said, you buy me tools. I said, they're toys.
Yeah, he loves his tools.
Yeah,
He's fanatic about his tools.
yeah. I should have as much money as he's got mixed up in tools. Okay.
Yep, every now and then you get one of those cans that's like a pain in the butt to open. But I still love that
I'm
thing.
gonna drain this can.
Oh, that looks so good. Are you going to add the pinto beans?
Yeah. But these last 4 cans, I'm gonna.
This will be like a 5-bean chili.
Yeah. Yeah, because it has dark limas, light limas,
Not limas, kidneys.
kidneys,
Kidney beans.
chili beans, and pinto beans.
Yeah.
So it'll be 4.
It's a 4. This is a great way to clean out your pantry. And this makes a quick work of it. And then we're going to can all this stuff up. I got to take off my sweater because all of a sudden it's getting hot in this kitchen. This kitchen is always cold until you start cooking. Yep. Once you start cooking, I don't know what it is, it holds the heat in here, especially when we're canning.
Oh,
And then her husband comes he comes home, you just got these hot cans out, and you're putting them on the counter, and the first thing he wants to do is open up the door, which is right there, is the back door, and that ice cold air comes in. It's like, no, you can't do that.
you're gonna
break the
my
glass.
jars!
We're gonna have a heck of a mess.
And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you're gonna break the jars opening that ice cold air, because it's been in the single digits here.
Yeah. She's just draining some of the fluid off the beans. Some of the beans had a lot of fluid in the cans. Sometimes you want to let a little bit of that
And
in
I
the
did
cans.
the first cans, but
Yeah.
I don't want soupy.
Yeah, we don't want soupy. We just want to make it a little thick.
Yeah.
And that bean juice, for whatever reason, really does make it kind of thick, but you don't want to put it all in there.
Right. And I did most of it. Plus, I added all those tomatoes and stuff. So
Oh,
now,
yeah. But that's going to add some really good flavor.
oh yeah, the flavor's going to be absolutely fabulous.
Yum, 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 yum.
And tomorrow will be corn chowder.
Yes.
Ham and corn chowder.
I still gotta get out to the store. We have not been feeling well. So we're not going outside right now, but I do gotta get out and buy the stuff that we need for it.
And I am absolutely not going outside till after Tuesday when I go to the dentist. No, none of that cold air is hitting me in the mouth. I'm not very nice when I'm in pain. And it's in everybody's best interest that I keep myself out of pain as much as possible.
Yum. Oh, that looks so good. I love when we do big meals like that. And that's a 7-quart stock, I believe. Stock pot. When we do these big meals and then can them, oh my goodness. And then, you already have your dinner made for the night, so you don't have to worry about cooking something separate, unless somebody requests something separate, but we're okay.
She's talking about me, because I can be difficult to cook for, because, she makes side dishes for them with their meat, like potatoes and stuff, and I don't eat that stuff as a rule
anymore,
because I'm trying to stick to the carnivore diet. I will eat a bowl of this chili because it's mostly protein. With the beans and the meat and stuff, it is mostly protein. So for supper, I will have a bowl of chili. But when it's stuff like just other potatoes and stuff, I don't eat that. I try to stick to things that are protein.
What's funny about this, before she started doing the carnivore diet, is she would get sick or not feel well, and she would cry she needed mashed potatoes.
Oh, yes.
Every time, didn't matter if she had the flu, she had a sore throat, a runny nose, anything. Oh, I don't feel good, I'm running a fever, I need mashed potatoes. I need mashed potatoes. We had to go out and buy instant potatoes because I was like, I am not going out there and cutting up and peeling all those potatoes again.
But I was not like that. I wasn't like, no, it's got to be real potatoes.
No, she was fine with the instant.
It's got to, I just have to have it. And I don't know why, but it was like a comfort food to me. And when I don't feel good, I still want my mashed potatoes.
But not as often.
But I don't do it. I tell myself now, you've lost 50 pounds, you still have weight to go, behave yourself.
Right.
Act like an adult. And then I go, but I'm going through my second childhood.
Put on your big girl panties.
Yeah, but I'm going through my second childhood now. I'm almost 64. At 64, I think you get to start your second childhood.
We'll do a video on our ages and how we got started with all this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I can't believe that at almost 64 years old, I'm on YouTube. I mean, I have my own YouTube channel too, but I don't keep up with it because I don't like doing it by myself. But when Rose suggested us doing these cooking shows, first of all, cooking is one of my great loves. And second of all, we do it together, so we play off of each other. Yeah. And for me, that's what makes it fun and makes it easy for me to do. Sometimes I get too anxious to do things like this.
Right.
So my own channel, I can say, I'm just not doing that. Whereas this way, somebody else is counting on me.
Right.
So I can't be like, nope, just not doing it. Because I don't like to let other people down.
And I can do my own. That's not a problem. I did order a special phone clip that I will be able to use out here in the kitchen if I do one by myself. So if she's having a day where she don't feel good and wants to go to bed or something, I can still come out and do something. Or just sit upstairs and talk or whatever on the, on my channel.
Most definitely.
The show's pertaining to Rose, so if you haven't watched any of my old shows, I have a very wide range of topics.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So That's why it's called pertaining to Rose.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yes, I get it.
So it's a very wide range of topics, and there's a little bit of travel in there. I do have other channels. I'm not on them as often. I have PTR Adventures, which is traveling.
I tried to talk her into making one that was Two Old Biddies.
I do have one that says Two Old Buddies. Well, it used to be Let's Network, and then I changed it to Two Old Biddies. Is that why I named it Two Old Biddies?
Yeah, that's what I wanted it to be.
But we wound up not using it, and I was like, you know what, I already have a following on this one, so let's just stick with this one. And my pertaining to PTR Adventures is just for my traveling, and you'll see all our van life ones on there.
Yeah. I'm very excited about that.
Yes, me too. And then I have Rose Knows Money Making. And that channel I don't do much on because I don't have a lot of alone time. So I need time to really think through my show and process and write notes and get it prepared. And then, it's kind of hard for me to just come up with stuff off of the top of my head. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. But I have some good shows on there, and that's a very small channel, and I don't care that's small. I don't care that this one's small. I'm growing slow and healthy, and I like that. And I'm enjoying this. Yes, that looks really, really good. So this is going to be one of those things that we're going to keep adding these to this channel because I know people like it. And sometimes seeing that old-fashioned cooking is one of those things that, people just love. It teaches them new things, and we enjoy it. We enjoy doing this kind of stuff.
And it's good for my mental health.
Absolutely.
It really,
I agree.
And that's another thing we want to promote is making sure that you're taking care of your mental health. There's no shame when you need help with your mental health. Reach out and get it.
Yep.
I'd rather that you had to reach out 30 times to get help than you just decide it wasn't worth it anymore.
Absolutely.
So please, please reach out if you need any kind of help with, with anything, with your mental health. There should be no stigma.
Absolutely, I agree. And I agree with people. And if you just need somebody to talk to your pastor, or talk to a therapist, talk to somebody. Don't keep it bottled up inside of you. I agree 100%. Or do a video vlog and put it on YouTube. Mm-hmm. We love watching YouTube, and let us know if you have a YouTube channel. That's something a lot of times you'll be like, oh, I want to go check out that person's channel, and I get on there and there's nothing there. It's like, okay, apparently they don't have one. They just ask the right questions when they come on my, leave a comment.
Yeah.
So, but, we're gonna eat some of this as soon as it's hot enough. I am so excited.
Psyched. I am psyched. I'm like, this looks so good. And it was just a variety. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't have went into the store and picked those beans to all go together. But I have this feeling that they're all going to go together very well. That it's going to wind up being an absolute sensation. And I certainly hope that's the case. And again, this pot is wonderful. It is not sticking at all.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I was worried about it sticking.
And we did not have to drain the sausage or the burger. I mean, like I said, it was our own animals.
Yeah.
Very low fat or grease in it, so we didn't have to drain any of that. It's all getting cooked up right in there, what little bit it was.
And we know that the animals that are in this pot were humanely treated.
Yes, absolutely.
The whole way through their life.
We actually spoiled Blueberry.
Well,
Blueberry's the pig.
And Kathy her and the cow were pretty tight too.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, on Jump a Jewel Bean, you can go on there and see videos of the cow.
Right.
Because we used to take videos of him when we'd go down to the farm. And he was absolutely fabulous. But he had a good life. He was treated well. And that's another thing. I like to know that an animal's had a good life.
Right.
So.
Right. Mmm.
Okay, and we are starting to can it now. What you didn't see, because Rosie and I are sneaky,
was us eating it.
Yes. It was an explosion of textures and taste in our mouths.
Mm-hmm.
It was, if I may say so myself, excellent.
It was delicious.
It was good. I was like, oh, I don't know. I just kind of threw this and threw that. And I don't know. I was a little nervous. I personally like to eat mine with a little cheese, so I threw some cheese in with it.
A little sour cream would have been good too, but I just ate it how it was.
Oh,
yeah.
Now you say it. My belly's too full.
A dollop of sour cream.
Dollop of daisy.
Yep.
Apparently, I watch too much TV. When you say stuff like that, I can start
probably
singing
put a little more in there.
I can start singing the commercial.
So we didn't have quite very many beans, but what we're going to do is when we do open them up to redo them, we will add more beans when we go make, or we'll cook it over a thing of rice. We'll make some rice and put this right on top of it, or some pasta and put it right on top of it. It was good.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining in the least.
No.
I was really shocked because I was like, wow, that was quite a concoction of different kinds of beans and stuff.
But with not very many beans, and we were all not feeling well this week, so we had to do what we had, and it got our cupboard cleaned out. We're ecstatic about that.
It made a huge dent.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to go in there and look and see what else I can yank out of there and make a concoction out of. I'm a concoction cook. You'll find that if we do a lot of these videos, you'll find that I am very much a concoction cook.
I love to cook, and I cook all the time here.
Yes.
It's not like I don't do no cooking.
She cooks most of the time.
Yeah, I cook most of the time. And I can once in a while. I don't do it very often on my own, but that's because I do, all kinds of other stuff with all the cleanup and the dishes and making the coffees for the next day.
Oh, she is she does most of the work. She's also my caretaker.
Yeah. And once I get my other little thing that I ordered from my phone, I'll be able to hook it to a shelf. You'll see both of us on here.
Yeah.
Not just one of us holding holding the phone.
Yeah.
Now we will clean those rims off before we put our things on them.
Most definitely.
It's just because I'm holding the phone, I can't do my normal, while she's doing one thing, I'm doing another, And because she's taller, it's easier for her to ladle out all that stuff. I'm a lot shorter than she is, so to me it's like climbing the monkey bars. That's not funny, Joel.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Jumping Joe Beans is giggling at me.
Hey, I used to be a lot taller.
Yeah, it's with that age. You get older, you shrink.
Yeah.
It happens.
And I had back surgery. And they don't tell you when you go to have back surgery that it'll shrink you. But it does.
By a lot.
By a lot.
Yeah, by a lot.
I've shrank almost 4 inches. So that's quite a bit. I went from almost 6 foot tall to like 5'8".
So we are doing 5 quarts, or 7 quarts and 9 pints. That way Rusty will have his little stash of food when we go away. And because we ran out of wide mouth pints, I got 5, 6 of them. Here is the the big ones here, and then I got 3 smallmouth.
Yeah, that's
Ones.
probably not going to happen.
Yeah, so I got a little tiny funnel for that.
Because we're probably going to run out of chili.
Oh no, we gotta leave some for Rusty to eat for dinner.
No.
Yeah, he gets a little.
No. Is he here?
No, but
Oh.
he should still have it. He's a diabetic. He needs to eat.
He's not here. If you can't be home when supper's ready, then you shouldn't get supper. All right, we'll feed him.
How much is left? You could do another jar or two, and then the rest, because the jars, the smaller jars, take up a lot of room, but they don't take up enough inside the canning pots. We'll have to put water in some empties and put them around and put a towel around the center one so they're not bouncing around.
I'm going to do one more jar.
Okay.
Because there's not a whole lot in here. I was actually just teasing about not feeding my husband. My husband is well taken care of.
He's spoiled.
Yeah.
He is spoiled. Okay, then I won't need this little one.
People don't realize that, like, they think that he's neglected. But he can call me. I said about us going away and stuff, but he calls me when he needs me when I'm away. And I always answer the phone, and he'll call me and tell me he needs his TV fixed.
Yeah, that's usually what the call's about.
So I will sit there and walk him through how to fix his TV, and he is very spoiled. So I was only teasing about not feeding him. He's off watching football tonight, so I can't say much about that.
Yum. Yum, yum.
There is...
They look so good.
7 quarts and 4 pints.
Okay. Do you want to hold this while I clean the rims and get the things on?
Sure.
Just watch the buttons there.
Oh.
Move this over here. I need a warm water. So, I don't use vinegar, and we said that in an earlier one. If it's something really fatty and greasy, I might. But you don't need to. You can use a wet, damp cloth.
And we've had no trouble with things not sealing.
Right. And just make sure when you put on these rings that you put them on finger tight and you don't wrench them. You don't want to wrench them at all. Because if you put them on too tight, they don't come off. And if you see like this rim has a little rust on the outside, that's not going to hurt it. It's not on the inside, and it's not on, or on the, oh my, why can't I think tonight? But the rim here is clean. There's no rust or anything, and there's no rust on the inside of these. Oops. So you do want to watch for that kind of stuff if you're reusing your stuff, which we reuse ours until they can't be reused anymore. Reuse it, reuse it, reuse it, instead of throwing stuff in the trash all the time. No reason to fill up the landfills, you know what I mean? And we do love doing this.
Yes, most definitely.
This is one thing that me and Joel has found that we both really enjoy doing. And it's something we can do together.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it gets boring when you can't go nowhere and can't do nothing. Some more. More I need. But we're ecstatic to get it done and fill the pantries, and we have extra cupboards everywhere. We have food hidden. We're trying to reorganize everything. And when we do, we're going to do a video out and show you what all we've done so far.
Yeah, because we have Sloppy Joe and all kinds of stuff that we did too.
Yes.
I don't even remember what all we did. Oh, so much. And then we took a little break. But once we got the pig, then we had to get busy on it again because we needed room in our freezer. I mean,
we used to have a large freezer outside.
Yeah.
But the Amish kind of took that over.
Yeah.
So, well, we don't have that one anymore anyway. But that we do have another freezer out there, a small one, that they do use that. Now, they have a very large ice house that they use. But it's totally full right now, so they don't have room. So they brought down whatever they could to put in that little freezer out there. Which we don't care that they do that. We also have an Amish phone.
Yeah.
We have a phone just that we keep just for the Amish.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this up here. Okay. This one here is gonna be. I'm gonna do the quartz in this one. We have two different racks. And I want to show you this. This rack here, I like the quartz in that one because they sit perfectly in between and that has the center spot. Now, this one, that's Jules. And this one here is mine, which is just plain. These are good for the pints. So I'm going to do the pints first because I'm going to have to put some empties in there and fill them up with water. And this one's going to go on that burner because it's a smaller burner. So let me grab some of these jars here. And we're going to put water. And we're going to wrap a towel around that center one. Okay, I need one more jar. Throw this in here. And I need a towel.
You know, the funniest thing about it is 40 years ago, this is not what we would have been doing on a Sunday night.
No, definitely not.
We would have probably been together, but we would not have been canon.
No. Okay.
It's amazing how things change.
Yeah, you can say that again. So this will keep them from bouncing off each other. Could have used a little thicker of a towel. But I think it'll be okay once the water is in there. So this one here is going to go on the small burner. I'm going to move this over here, dear. Move this one over.
Don't we have anything to put under this?
Huh?
This is hot.
No.
Yeah, that'll be...
And when you put them in, put two in at a time. Exactly
Opposite.
across. Yeah, absolutely opposite of each other. Because if you do just one side to work your way around, that whole thing
It'll
is going to
flip.
go.
Yes, and you will break your jars.
Yeah, you don't want to clean up that mess.
And trust me, you don't want to clean up that mess. This is the voice of experience talking. We have
definitely
made
got
these
that.
messes, yes.
Okay. I'm going to fill this up with water.
Because we used to do this when we were younger. Not to the same extent because we had other things that we had to do.
You'll have to excuse the mess here. I've been slowly cleaning as we go.
She's been doing a very good job of cleaning as we go.
I would have used this towel to wrap because it's much thicker. But for whatever reason, it absorbs all the water out of the pan.
Oh,
So we don't use that. I'm just using this so I don't drip water everywhere. Because it always takes a while. Filling the pans. Only got to fill them up to their neck. The empty jars are going to have water in them. And I'm using really hot water.
why don't you put it in the quartz first and then we can start them? Because they have to cook longer. Oh!
Go ahead, get in my way.
Go ahead, Rosie Posey. She said she had that towel so not spill things. She just threw water all over me.
And I'm just using hot spigot water right now. The chili was not boiling. If it was boiling, then I would need boiling water. You gotta straighten out the phone. It's like sitting like this almost. There you go. She'll get it figured out one of these days.
By then, I won't be the cameraman anymore.
Yeah. No, by then I'll have my clip and I'll be able to hang it from wherever.
Yeah, then I will be thrown away.
It's just, there's no room out here because the kitchen's so small to do the tripods. So, there's no place to put them. And I don't want to try to lift the tripod to show you inside the cans or the spaghetti or whatever we're making at that time. The chili, and have my phone drop in there. That is definitely...
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no-no.
I'm poking your nose.
You can't poke me in my nose.
I can.
No, because it might get bigger and it's long enough.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, see? My dad used to call it my ski slope. He says your side profile is totally different from the front of your face. Isn't that mean?
That is mean.
I love my dad.
I loved your dad tell.
I love my parents. But my dad was a prankster.
Oh, he was. He was.
Okay, we're only filling these up.
Yep.
Up to the neck. And this one here, you gotta slowly start filling jars because we don't want empty jars in there. Empty jars move around too much. And we don't want them floating and then banging off the other jars.
Okay, I started that one.
Yep. Now, one of the jars from our storage, I was saying in another video, that always check it with your fingers. Always check the rims. If you get them from a thrift store, always check the rims.
Before you buy them.
Yep, because if there's a crack or a hairline, anything, a fracture or chip, it will screw up everything. It'll compromise your food.
And I gotta say, don't pay outrageous prices at the thrift store.
No.
You can buy a whole case of them for like $18. Don't pay $3 a piece for them at the thrift store.
And we wait until they go on sale.
Yeah.
And we buy them up.
Yeah, that's what we do. We buy a bunch at one time when they're on sale. But I went into the one thrift store and they had quart jars, $3 a piece.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'm not paying that. But then I thought, well, I really need them. So I started feeling around the rims. Every one of them had chips. I'm like, oh, so I can't use them for canning, and you want me to pay over $3 a piece for them?
Right.
No. Because they would have done me no good. I would have just had to bring them home and throw them away. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, always inspect. Always inspect.
Yes.
Anything like that you're buying. Because a lot of times we're in a hurry and we just grab it stuff.
Yes.
And that's no good.
Especially when you're talking about things for canning.
Right.
The canning jars and stuff, it's very important to make sure. Or they won't seal. If they don't seal, they are of no use to you.
That one jar is just that awkward position for me to fill it.
You want me to...
No, I think I got it. I
Okay.
put my water in there a little... Because I was trying to fill the jars so they're not... Well, I don't think that one there is going to bounce. Well, I might put a little water in there yet. This keeps them from floating. So if you ever have to put empty jars in your canner to fill up the space, always fill them with water.
Yes.
Because they will float.
And they will smack together and they will cause breakage. And then they will cause a mess.
Absolutely.
And those mess are very disheartening.
Here's my... Ta-da. Well, that wasn't good. So,
Oh, that's okay. It's the one that's all, the rim's no good.
quarts are going in for 90. Get off of there. And the pints are going in for 75 minutes. And then we will show you how that looks when that's all done. And here you guys go. This is the finished product. Not still too hot to really show you. There's one that's bubbling. When I first pulled them out, they were really bubbling. Tomorrow I'll wipe these down and remove the lids and get them labeled. I put the date on them and exactly what they are so we know. We got 4 pints and 7 quarts of chili. And oh my goodness, it was so good. Okay, love yous guys. Bye.